Bad News Brown breaking it down. I just want to holler about this since Jim Jones, he had, I guess, nerve to say that he's better than or got more influence than Nas. So he catching a lot of hell for that. So I want to speak on it because it's a lesson to be learned. All right. So the short answer is, nah, Jim Jones, you not better than Nas. You not more influential. But let me break it down. Well, for one, you supposed to say that. You supposed to think you better. You supposed to think you the best, regardless of what craft you in. You supposed to. So there's nothing wrong with that. And the thing is, there are quite a few Jim Jones songs that I like. I mean, more than just a handful, to be honest. But not more than Nas. And this is due to, for one, longevity, simple longevity. And this is kind of what Jim Jones was saying when he mentioned as far as how the youngster was speaking on it in the generation. But let me break it down, Jim. And this is why Pac is considered the greatest. Because there's certain music that you can make that's timeless. This is why you got oldie but goodies. You got, regardless to what era you can play and people still gonna jam. You got certain songs that got more meaning, regardless how good it sounds. You got songs that people tap into when they feeling a certain way, or they're addressing, certain things. So while although Jim Jones, you do got slaps, like I said, it's a lot of songs Jim Jones, more than a handful, that I listen to. So I fuck with you, Jim, but your music ain't timeless like that. A lot of music, although you talking about the streets and this and that, that music could be considered fly by night. And that's no disrespect. Again, I fuck with you. Regardless of the fights and the hater talk and people accusing you of not acting your age and all the accusations, I fuck with your music. But another thing, your name is Jim Jones, though. And that's a slight. Now, I don't know, and I should know this, I don't know if that's your government name or that's just your name, your artist name, but that ain't nobody to be named after in actuality. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but that is your name, bro. But again, man, nah, Jim, you ain't, and then you mentioned and you went back on that because at first you were saying that we can even check the numbers and awards or whatever, the accolades, and Nas got, I think, twice as much than you. So you went back on that, and then that's when you went to the rant to the generational. Now, don't get me wrong, because Nas ain't really making new music like that. To the young folk, they ain't really the YNs. They not necessarily, they know Nas, but they're not bumping Nas, and you, because you started later, they would know you. But again, man, a lot of your music ain't timeless. So although you got a few hits, and again, I like more than your hit songs. Like I listen to your catalog, but your catalog ain't touching Nas. Nas, he's speaking about something. There is a difference. And not only he's just a bigger artist on paper. So, but again, Jim, you supposed to think you the best. But at the same time, and this is where there's probably just some East Coast personal. So he may feel like he getting big brother if he's to admit, Nas, got a more thorough catalog than him right now. So a lot of it got to do, pride. You understand, Jimmy? So, and you probably need to check yourself when it comes to that. Then you was on Shannon Sharp podcast, and you was running, a lot of that. Like again, I mentioned before, is entertainment. He could be seeing it for shock value, but knowing him, he really believed that. But and Shannon had to kind of like, man, hold on, man, tone it down. because you was kind of getting beside yourself. So, and there's a lot of videos where everybody's speaking on it, but I want to kind of to chime in and make a point. And the point is a difference when it comes to the music. You got timeless music, and then you got fly-by-night music. And don't get me wrong, you got a lot of, and I ain't even talking about one-hit wonder. I'm just talking about fly-by-night music, to where, yeah, it was good, it fit the era, it fit the time, but once that time is over with, that's over with. But then you got some music that's lasting through eras and time. You dig? You got certain people, certain artists, so that's the difference. And that's what you need to take from that whole thing. But no slight on Jim. You both should think you the best. But the fact is, you ain't. Some people may think they're better than Jordan, but they ain't. And this is not calling Nas the Jordan, because he ain't of the music. But I definitely mess with Nas, and there's way more Nas songs that I listen to that's in my, all-time catalog than Jim songs. But I fuck with Jim too, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point, y'all. So it's Bad News Brown, breaking it down real quick for y'all, man. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, man, and stay tapped in.